What up, peacemakers? What up? 33. You know, that whole deal. Happy birthday to me. This is gonna serve as a dual purpose. Thank you for all those people who took the time to wish me well and all that good stuff and happy birthday and all that wonderful stuff. I figure it'd be a lot easier for me to just come on here and do it like this and, not have to go one by one. I'm still gonna go do that and reply to most of. I'm gonna try my best to get everybody, but I also need to take my hair down and realized, not realized, but I knew I was at my 5-year, lock thing. I think that's a thing. I would have did it a month ago when it was the actual 5-year thing. Problem was these 2-strand twists were still up. And they weren't bothering me, so I wasn't bothering them. So now they're technically still not bothering me. I just wanted to take them down and see what life was like. But I don't know. I like my life, my lock journey. It's been an experience. I started, I don't know, probably wasn't most people think it was kind of just came, did one style because for me waves and short fade, it's all cool, but it requires more regular maintenance for me. So that's why initially it was let me try this other thing out. And from there, it became more of a lifestyle though. Definitely. So here it is, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Also 33 years old. His birthday was, most, if you know me, I'm not huge on birthdays and holidays and all that kind of whatnot. I am about celebrating life, don't get me wrong. I'm just about doing it, on more than just 1 or 2 days a year, or, a couple moments or whatnot. It's we should live in that model, So, for me, every day is, a birthday celebration, So, but this birthday was definitely significant. There's just been a lot going on this week too. You end up watching this later and it's not connected to a date, it's May 28th, 2022. And like I said, turning 33 years old, and I don't know, looking at being connected and understanding what it means to be a human and what it means to be really connected to life it's, it's beautiful to be able to continue to try to be your best every day, to have that shot, because it's happening, and now getting to an age of seeing it happen to people that are directly close to me and grew up with me, and it's a bit tough, but it also puts you in a space of understanding, like, hey, let's make sure we do our best and our most each and every day to touch the people around us and be connected with those loved ones and family and all that good stuff. It's important. So I know it's tough. We're also busy and so focused and driven, but we gotta kind of take the time to connect with those people. I always figure, like, we always give the greatest advice, more than likely, for stuff that we need to practice, even ourselves. So definitely preaching to myself at this moment and saying that, being more intentional with that time, being more available, and when being available, just being there, not being disconnected. So I think we can all work on that, just to be better in those areas. We're not perfect, but who says we can't at least try and shoot for being pretty on point? Oh man. Like I said, 33, 5 years in this lock game, and the stories my locks could tell. They used to say that about the walls, right? Yeah, I think I'm like a month late. I think that's it though. Like I said, these 2-strand twists they were just fine, so I left them alone. I'm gonna take them down now. Gotta go see my sister and family, and why not make this little thank you video. So again, thank you to everybody who wished me happy birthdays and all that good stuff. I appreciate you folks following the channel and tapping in and really connecting. It's gonna be a great year. We're gonna do a lot with the kids, the babies, a lot in early childhood and elementary, on up through undergraduate. But also, if you know me, or if you don't know me, I'm an educator. I'm a maker also. So that makes me a maker educator. I do believe in the power of the STEM model and connecting experiences to every day in the real world crafts that we work on every day. So I do subscribe to that. I do feel as if there should be some adjustments and modifications to that model, and to include some things and some experiences that just not could have been foreseen. But in all, connecting content to the experiences of life and the everyday job and workforce is key. That's part of the story that my locks can tell, is the experiences of many young individuals in the public education system and what they have experienced in their time. I don't know, we'll just say that we could use some work. We're doing some great work. I'm in the South, I'm in Texas. You could probably tell. I knew I was from somewhere southern, more than likely. But I'll say that, and on top of that, this week, it's just been heavy. The experiences we've had here in Texas with our schools, and the exposure of safety, precautions and procedures and systems and all of that good jazz. So knowing that, in many of these spaces that we're not protected as educators, and some of us, I'm not saying they're in every space, but there are many instances of us being unsafe as educators and as students. I'm both at this point, so I have a double triple. So I'm an educator, I'm a student, I'm also a parent of a student. Also a brother of a student. But in that sense, there's a lot of different ways that this hits for me, as far as the security goes in a lot of our schools. It's, I don't know, it's interesting. Saw a post, and I get what the post was trying to say. I don't always agree with the way certain messages are delivered. That's not what I'm necessarily always saying, but what I can say is I can see the connection. And the post was something like, what did it say? It said we protect these people with armed body personnel, whatever, and it had a list. It was president, athletes, rappers, high profile celebrities, yada yada yada. We can have some other spaces, but even we can think about other public spaces. It's like, you hear many people also with the stance of, we're public servants, just like a police officer or, whatnot. So, and except a little bit different from a fireman. Firemen, they get called for specific emergencies and panic. In tragedy or whatnot, or an accident, or however we label it. But it's a situation where they're called. We're not really called as teachers. We're called to do a job, but it's, kids are brought to us. We get a different group of kids every year, sometimes multiple different groups of kids in a year, and we don't get to choose, we don't get to pick. We get what we get. We're not complaining, but what we're saying is we're in the same space in a lot of ways as these other public servant jobs that don't get to pick who they, even in hospitals, they have armed personnel posted various points. So it's in no question that if something were to happen in that space, that there would be backup and everything else immediately and guns drawn on site. Yet in the space where some of our most vulnerable population exists, which would be our schools and nursing homes and retirement communities, these spaces are not protected in the same way. And it's kind of sad, that we have that expectation that, hey, we can treat this situation in such a way that this is how we show importance or value here, but yet we go to another situation that involves a human life and try to change the value system at that point and saying that, oh, we just value this one differently and that's just not needed. How? Isn't the public the public? Aren't these same people you trying to protect, these other people from? Or, the same people that we're interacting with? Do they just somehow change when they come to the schools? I'm trying to figure that out. Because last time I checked, they were still cussing people out. They were still trying to fight. They were still trying to, I'm not saying it's everyone, but, what I'm trying to say is that people are still themselves. It don't matter where the heck they are. See, I'm getting better. I almost wanted to say something else, but it doesn't. Because I don't get why y'all have this space of saying that, thinking that people as educators, we ain't supposed to remember that, shoot, we all people. So, and to think that we're even in one regard praised, like, hey, y'all are so great and amazing for what y'all do, thank you. But in so many other ways that are non-verbal, y'all disrespect the crap out of teachers and saying that and shoot the kids in the communities and saying that they don't deserve that protection and that security. So we gotta do a little bit better in that space. I think we're taking some, I guess we would say, steps but it's something that we have to be digital. We got to be diligent about it, you know, and saying that, hey, we really need to understand how we can do that better. But hey, again, happy birthday to me. I appreciate everybody who reached out. You guys are amazing. The support is real. Please keep it up. Keep liking. Keep sharing. If videos are going to be dropping more consistently. I took this time away to kind of stockpile some content for you guys. So it's going to be stuff for families, stuff for the kids, stuff for teachers, stuff for students, just stuff for life in general. Help you do some things. I'll answer some questions too. Had a few questions. I guess I'll answer some of these hair questions too. I really don't do that much, y'all. I feel like with locks though, the less the better. Locks, to really embrace the lifestyle is to let go of a lot of expectations and that kind of thing. Just to kind of let it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But it's amazing though. I really I do have a routine though, so don't let me. Nah, I ain't gonna even say don't let me because I wasn't trying to, but don't get me wrong. I do regularly take care of my hair, all that good jazz. Keep it moisturized. Spray it with a little spritzer. No, I don't really pay for stuff. I make pretty much everything. I told y'all I'm a maker and I'm an educator. So if I can make it, I'm making it. I'm finna get back to this robot arm I did earlier, but again, shout out to everybody who showed birthday love. It was amazing. We are getting ready to do some amazing things with the STEM and maker movement. So got some kiddos. Even if you don't got kiddos, if you want to, be involved, be invested, we really appreciate the help. Some of the things that I like to do with kiddos are just honestly, they're kind of expensive. With the equipment that we need to buy and have available for the kids, because I want to offer programs and I want to offer the best to our kids. I don't want to get anything subpar. And sorry, I was getting messages, so I was looking at them. Yeah, I'm going to. We're going to bring these experiences. So, we need things. We need things like iPads, and we need stuff, money for buses and transportation. We need money for feed kids, and we need volunteers. We need money to pay staff. That's one thing as educators. People are great and professionals at what they do, but why do they have to be the ones to be the sacrificial lamb, to be the public servant of not getting paid. Like, we touch so many different aspects and lay so many different foundations as really practitioners and artists in our own respect. So please give respect where it's due when it comes to the art of teaching and imparting into to children and to youth and to people in general. So I think it's important to respect that space and respect the people that come into those with expertise and specializations. If we don't respect those people, they are going to continue to find other avenues to explore and to bring what they have to the table. So I encourage you, institutions and systems that really dive into what that's going to look like for you and how you respect your really your bread and butter. Without teachers and without kids, there's no use for administrators. Like, there's no use for a central office if you don't have kids and you don't have a client base. Kids are your clients, families, communities, and the people who service your clients are the teachers. If you're not connected with those two individuals, yeah, I'm trying to go through this because even after 5 years, yeah, I feel like I miss one every time. Like, I'm gonna be walking, y'all, and it's gonna be like, see, look, here go two right here. I knew it. So I do that every time. Walking around here looking goofy with two-strand twigs. My son has locks too now. Also, if you know me, you see my son. Baby pictures here, but on my arm, but that kid there. His hair gonna be long. I gotta go back and see when his 5 years. Yep, it's a new. Oh shucks. But you know, it's been an interesting and challenging week though. After but seeing situations that unfolded with our children and the families in Uvalde, I definitely, it just put me in a different space for the remaining days of the week, and just as teachers and educators and people on campuses, it just kind of put even the communities at in a different place. People were feeling it. So I hope we use this energy to move forward with, some acts and some legislation that can really impact the safety of our children and the safety of our educational spaces, the spaces that are, intended to be knowledge hubs, essentially, and not a space of really harm or danger. So we have really so many children who suffer in those ways from just everyday life that it's important for us to take the time to really provide that space for them and provide the opportunity to connect with learning and connect with other individuals on a deeper level. So, it was a heavy week. Definitely a heavy week, leading up to celebrating, 33 years of life and 33 years on this earth, and in this body. It's great to experience, and I'm just grateful, grateful for the individuals that are connected with me and connected to me, and I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. See, there goes another one. Told you, I always forget them. I appreciate you guys. The support is felt. Please continue to support this movement. It isn't about me, so or anybody connected to me. It's truly about the community and getting our educational spaces on track and what we can do to really get our children connected back to who they are and who they're gonna be, and getting them centered around being their best selves. So I commend all of you who get up each and every day and go to those spaces and try to impart all the knowledge that you can into your classrooms and into your students, into your school. They don't always connect it to you or always understand how to appreciate it in the time and moment, but it's appreciated. You are appreciated. Nobody told you. Teacher, educator, instructor, facilitator, whatever you want to call yourself, you are appreciated. So it's love. It's definitely love. Oh shucks. There we go. It also had experienced someone really, really close to me this week. Left this earth, and it's no longer with us, and it was just one of those things. And we recently reconnected and started working on a few projects, and it's just life, just going on with life, not thinking kind of anything of it, just moving forward. And in that time, we were able to have some good conversation and just really kind of connect on a deeper level when it comes to vision and community work and things that we both wanted to see happen, based on our own experiences, based on things that we knew, and based on things that we had learned. And it was just really It was really refreshing to experience. And for that now to, kind of come to this abrupt, unexpected end. Wow. And I just now thought, to myself, it's not an end. Don't even say that, because, that presence and being and spirit is still there, very much so, and felt. So, no end. But that earthly connection, being able to pick up the phone and call this individual, not being there is, he's crazy in different ways. I'm still finding them, y'all. I don't remember. Somebody told me that I had 200 locks. I don't know if that's true, but I don't feel like I got that many. I do feel like I got a lot though. I know it's more than 100 for sure. I'm combining some. Who knows? Over time, I might combine some more. Might end up with some larger locks. See how that go. Grow them out, It's kind of cool going through the process of combining them though. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, here go one. This one right here, I think. It's twisted onto one. Yeah, it's two. Hopefully y'all can see that, because I can't really see y'all. Yeah. It's cool though. But let me see if I got any more. But yeah, just celebrating life and it's crazy. I'm sitting here talking to y'all for like 37 minutes. I really can do this more, and I think I am gonna do this more. Just it's kind of therapy for myself too. Sitting here talking to you guys, and also just kind of talking about things that are going on. But yeah, as educators, switching back to that hat, it's also another thing about this campus is that can be built facility-wise in different ways that can help some of these instances prevent or deter folks from attending. You can't really, we all know you can't really prevent everything, but what you can do is you can make it harder. Some of us, some of these campuses and the way they're designed are, you're sitting ducks, honestly. What's the term? It's like shooting fish in a barrel. If you, and there's that whole post too about, there's a reason, people not robbing, or not robbing, but, well, also robbing, but it's a reason that people aren't shooting up, these places like the airport or major banks or whatever. What you call it? Police stations. There's a reason that this isn't happening. And that's because people know that in those places, there's people with weapons, people with guns, there's people with, people ready to defend themselves. Keep having this instance of people in public spaces like schools and churches, also public spaces, but not getting the same treatment, not getting the same energy when it comes to protection. So, again, life is beautiful. It's amazing. Enjoy it, man. Some of us spend so much time thinking about how to save or how to do to get to the next days, or I don't know. There's a lot of different things. I guess I'm trying to say in that space, but a lot of us, we just don't live in our moments and really connect with people that are really right there in our faces. It's like we're so busy trying to plan for the future sometimes that we don't connect with those individuals who are like right there. Again, preaching to myself. I'm guilty of this as well, and need to do better in a lot of ways. And I do my best that I can and try to give myself that grace in that space, so that we just try to find some balance, right? That's what we're all seeking out, is that balance and that wholeness, that one with yourself, one with thyself, So I'm over here trying to feel for more twists. Again, I have been doing this for 5 years now, and still can't seem to get them all the first go round. It's so annoying too. Somebody will find it for me. I'll be randomly walking and I'll be like, hey, you still got a twist in? Dang. Oh. But it's all good. Again, I love you guys. Shout out to everybody who's supported. We're gonna get these kids and we're gonna blow this scene up. So shout out to Lego, First Robotics. Shout out to Pitsco, and STEM education kits they got going on. Shout out to Glowforge, Ender Pro, 3D printing technologies. Shout out to all the educators, all the teachers, all the support staff, everybody who's connected to a school, everybody who was in those spaces and doing the work and doing everything that you can to make sure that the children are getting what they need on a daily basis. Shout out to all those folks right there. Some of us don't get enough recognition for what we do while we're here and doing the work. Sometimes we celebrate on the back end, and I get that, but I think we need to do our best to take that space and take that time and say, hey, we appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you for what you do and the support that you're doing and the support that you are planning to do. I know that a lot of you are going to look at this, and hopefully you feel inspired and want to connect with a community near you in an educational way, or a space in which you can really say that you're doing your best to give back and do your part to impact the future and to impact the next generation. I think that is important for us and what we do. So I love you guys. It took me about 45 minutes to take my hair down and talk to y'all at the same time. But, until next time, man, peace.